Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again for our final game of the night. It's going to be game number 3 of VGJ.Storm facing off against Animal Planet. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by the wonderful Eos and Dota, a paragon of Dota 2 in the North American region. And we're going to be watching some other guys that are pretty freaking good at it. It's going to be VGJ.Storm and Animal Planet. Like I said, how you feeling? What do you think about this game number 3? Different picks again. Hello? Steven? Oh god.
No, we're good.
All right, you're back.
I was muted on multiple levels and I forgot to unmute myself. You know, that happens. But yeah, I mean, different picks, always a good sign. Never want to see the same stuff over and over again, but I mean, you say different. There's still an AA and a Shadow Shaman, so yeah, not that different.
That's a good point. Yeah, the Earth Spirit's a little bit of a change up, but those other two supports are still the same. I don't think there was an AA in game number 1 though.
No, there wasn't. No. How can you forget the Stand King Shadow Shaman?
That is a good point. He was making things happen, doing work. Animal Planet are going to take the brew again. That was super solid from Moon in that game number 1, but it didn't end up giving them the W in the end. But it was one of the sort of stronger parts about it. Thinking about like the way that this changes things, it feels like both teams have pretty team fight oriented lineups.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, so far, I mean, that's kind of like how they like to open their draft with the ability to fight early on. But both games, like honestly, it turned into a complete farm fest. Like both of these teams are pretty aggressive early on, and then afterwards they just fall back into this farming game. Especially VGJ, by both times they picked the Naga, and
10 seconds
both times
remaining.
a support Naga had to pick up a Radiance to buy time.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, going into this, are you kind of feeling like VGJ are I mean, I guess this is what I'll say about it, is it felt like game number 1 was in the hands of Animal Planet to take it. Game number 2, they actually did take it. Are you worried at all right now going into this as VGJ.Storm?
Yeah, definitely. Like the way I see it, honestly, is that VGJ actually outdrafted Animal Planet both games, but they basically got outplayed both games.
Yeah,
that's just kind of how it felt to me. So I'm really worried for VGJ right now because they, despite outdrafting, they still lost the game. They have to like really outdraft them, and then play well enough to beat them right now, because
10 seconds
right now it's like the Bryle show. Like Bryle and Moon carried hard last game, and Bryle almost carried first game. So I think VGJ should definitely like shift their focus onto shutting down Bryle right now instead of trying to pressure Ritsu instead.
So you think send several heroes mid? I swear I speak English.
I mean, you don't even need several. You just need a pressure. Pressure Bryle and make sure the matchup is decent for 747. Yeah. It's not often you see a Centaur in the mid lane, right? And Centaur versus Puck, it's not like the worst thing ever, but you can't really do anything to the Puck, so Puck is just going to free farm, and he also has that potential to kill you as well, and there's no one on the team that can actually help you deal with a Puck. So, but Earth Spirit, a very good start. Great for messing up the mid laner. Gonna have to wait and see how Flea plays it.
Remaining.
Just gonna drink a little bit of water here. It's
5 seconds.
It's been a lot of talking the past couple days, but we've got the Beastmaster taken out now with the Medusa ban. Animal Planet obviously wanting to take the CK out of the pool. Also gonna remove the Sven. I mean, I kind of am wondering if maybe there's also some scrim stuff going on. If Animal Planet's a newly formed team, it seems unlikely that they would have been scrimming VGJ, but they've at least played against each other a lot. Maybe just realizing that there's certain heroes to be afraid of.
5 seconds.
They probably did a bit of research. I think like the SJ plays Sven, and there's also that potential that they might want to go for a Phantom Lancer, for example. So it's kind of like a protecting their own potential pick, and also just banning out heroes that they expect VSJ to play.
No, DK is going to be taken for VGJ.Storm, a strong, stable hero. And
5 seconds.
I think it's one of 747's better heroes.
Yeah,
could be wrong though.
mean, it's great if you combo it together with Earth Spirit. I don't know if there's like a ton of kill potential there. I guess it depends on who else it is that Animal Planet send mid.
I mean, if AA is there with Chilling Touch and Dragon Knight takes an early Dragon Tail, that's a very easy kill because all the damage is going to come from the Chilling Touch.
Yeah, it's very difficult to deal with. And then not to mention the other problem of having an Earth Spirit rolling in. But Razor's going to get taken. Whenever I see this, I kind of think of it as a bit of a counter to the DK lane.
It's pretty good against the DK. Another thing about it is, like, if you decide to safe lane it, Razor usually does very well on his own. Doesn't really need
5 seconds remaining.
help, or much help at least, because of how strong Static Link is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then you can have more mobile supports around there. Or if you wanted to, stick the Shaman down there with the Razor and just, like, dumpster the off lane over and over and over again. So the 4th pick now for VGJ.Storm. If you're thinking about this one, are you trying to like ensure that you get a BSJ hero that he's really comfortable on? I don't know. What are you thinking that they need right now?
They definitely need a comfort pick for him. And since the Sven is banned out, maybe you can go back to the PL. I don't think it's a bad pick here. Puck is going to be picked up. I think there's going to be the Monkeys hero. So still a lot of options for BSJ. Got to wait it out and see what else Animal Planet are going to pick up first.
When we were watching the South American qualifiers, we saw a heck of a lot of safe lane Dragon Knight.
10 seconds.
Please, no more.
It was so bad.
I still do not believe in the safe lane
5
DK.
seconds remaining.
Those games were really rough to watch sometimes. But yeah, like you said, probably a Monkeys hero this time around, which means that it's... I mean, how does he fare against the Shadow Shaman?
The Puck? It's not that bad, I think. Like, Puck actually does a good amount of damage, and he outranges the Shadow Shaman as well. But the thing is, like, you can always just put the Razor there, and then if the Razor's with the Shadow Shaman, Puck doesn't really have the easiest time to get up close to CS.
Yeah.
But yeah, for all we know, it could be a safe lane DK and a mid Puck. Just wait and see.
Yeah. 4th hero for Animal Planet.
Radiant team
They are
back.
going to take the Juggernaut again for Ritsu. Even when he was getting aggro laned, it still was able to get a good amount of CS.
I don't know if I agree with this pick. Feels like it doesn't really... It's not like a really necessary pick, because Juggernaut doesn't exactly do that well against a DK, and you can't exactly catch a Puck out either. So this Juggernaut is just kind of like going to be assigned to killing off supports for the most part. And there's also like a lot of potential for him to get picked off as well, because there is an Earth Spirit on the other side, as well as a Puck.
We also see all the cores now from Animal Planet. VGJ.Storm. They ban out the Underlord?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to have AUI play a Brewmaster.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Just run up and... that's actually the most frustrating thing in the world. Just over and over again.
Remaining.
Drunken Haze.
Well, last ban.
5 seconds remaining.
Ban another BSJ hero.
Team pick.
Yeah, they're gonna get rid of that PL. What is this last pick going to be?
I wonder, are they going to go for a Slark? I know it's a hero that he likes to play for VGJ.Storm.
I don't think you want to go for a Slark here.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
I feel like they should just have this as a support brew and then just pick another core here.
Yeah.
Because right now they're really lacking in team fight. Like, it's just the Brewmaster.
They're going to do it.
There you go.
Aosin on the ball. Knows what's up.
Keep in mind, I still don't really like their draft.
I guess that's fair.
But this, in my opinion, kind of salvages it. So,
remaining.
All right.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, definitely.
5 seconds remaining.
Last pick.
Heroes that...
You know, with the bat showing up, maybe Slark is the way. I'm trying to think of what else would be good here.
promo code's gonna be
Maybe
out.
Luna? I think Luna actually might not be a bad idea. I think Luna is actually okay.
Okay. A second. It's going to be
Faceless Void.
okay.
Select your
That's
hero.
pretty
Alright.
cool.
All right, this is okay. I can dig this.
All right. So what's the thought here behind the Faceless Void?
It's one of the better carries to deal with the Razor, the Brewmaster, as well as the Juggernaut. Like if you catch them out first, I mean, what can they do, right? And then there's actually follow up from the Puck, the DK, as well as the Ancient Apparition, because Void AA, one of the older combos that still works. And I mean, if you can chrono the Brewmaster, for example, and pick him off before he can split, or the Bat Rider, for example, like it's not a bad way to start off your team fight. They don't exactly have saves for this Chronosphere either.
We are paused, by the way, as Aoi says, sorry, 1 minute. You can tell because the particle effects stop. And that's why Shaman's little balls of light are still sitting over here. I always find that kind of funny. But yeah, I feel like the Void is a really cool pick, but he needs to get like pretty farmed in this game. At least that's my opinion. Like I feel like if he can Chronosphere like the Jug, and then between him and AA they can find that kill, then they're super solid. But if they can't like pick somebody off in the Chronosphere, I might be a little bit worried. What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Disagree?
No, I definitely agree with that.
Okay.
Void needs a lot of items to actually like carry in the mid game. So most of the time he's just like farming in the early game, but he does have to set. He can set up for his team to get the pickoffs if they go for it. But I mean, at the same time, it's not an easy Void game either. Like you're against a Brew and a Bat Rider, so if you don't catch the Brew, then you could get Static Link from the outside, or Shadow Shaman can hex you from the outside. Bat Rider can flame break you from the outside, something. And then if you don't catch the Bat Rider, if you don't catch the Brewmaster, then he'll split, and then he'll Cyclone you from outside of the Void Chronosphere. So, like, it's a pretty difficult Void game, in my opinion.
Can I just implore anybody out there in the world who's a professional player, please pause once you're in the game, so that way you can at least look at cosmetics. It makes me sad. But yeah, it's looking like an interesting one. I was also sort of thinking about it, and all of these heroes from Animal Planet, at least 3 of them, I feel like are probably going to get Blink Daggers this game. Possibly 4, right? Like, getting a Chronosphere off is not going to be super easy. Do you think he has to go like a Shadow Blade or something like that?
Yeah, probably. It's not a bad item to pick up on the Faceless Void, because if you go for the Shadow Blade, eventually you can pick up the items you need to solo pick off someone, if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, just focus on farming. Really, really work towards becoming that true end game carry Void, and get to the level where you can get a further time walk and then initiate that way.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if that's what they're going to be doing. What the lane setup is going to be also. I think both games we've had aggro lanes, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that.
I don't think you want to aggro with the Void. It's not that great.
Well, I mean, do you think that they might aggro into the Void to try and mess with them?
Not really.
No.
Like, the Void tri lane isn't that great, but it's not that weak either. And
Prepare for battle.
if you kind of like mess up this off lane, it's pretty bad for you. You don't want to do this to Ritsu a 3rd time.
Yeah. Okay. So Monkeys Forever is going to actually be playing the Dragon Knight, and it's going to be a Puck mid lane with BSJ in the safe. So this is kind of the interesting way. I've seen it sometimes where they like get a lot of points in Dragon Blood early and just sort of run around all over the place. Kind of cool.
Yeah, it can work. You don't really need any items, right? You just buy boots and you're pretty tanky, just because you're most likely going to take Dragon Blood at level 1, and that's a free 4 health region. It's like It's like almost having a ring of health at level 1.
30 seconds to battle.
Did he cancel his attack there? What the heck happened?
Looks like you're right, by the way. They are
Oh.
gonna spam Drunken Haze on BSJ. That is the play here.
Aoi just dropped his ward into the Batrider's back or inventory. I wonder if they're trying to bait him out into thinking that there's a ward placed here.
I don't think so.
Okay.
The
Yeah, I guess
battle
it's-
No one
begins.
goes for these cheap tricks.
Bounty.
Yeah, Moon still had it on him, and so already Aoi is just gonna come up and give him the old heave ho. Monkeys forever pulls this creep wave over. Ryo going to steal a lot of this damage, but a little bit of a more movement speed into the favor of the DK, and he walks it off.
So they're gonna dual lane mid with Ritsu, and then safe lane Bryle against the DK. I actually really like this. This is actually really smart. Because Razor is gonna annihilate the DK. Like DK actually can't do anything against this.
Maybe next time.
And Bryle ping the range creep to turn around to him, and successfully does so.
Yeah,
That was so weird.
that was very odd. Roll in by Flea, a little bit off the mark there. They took Ether Shock though, so they're not going to be able to get any type of Shackles play. Level 2 feels like it could be maybe a bit dangerous though for VGJ.Storm.
Yep. Shadow Shaman and Jug, very strong combo. It's the oldest combo in the book.
In the meantime, down here bottom, Void up against the Batrider and Brewmaster with an Ancient Apparition, the only help that he's got. Could be a little bit tough for him.
Yeah, this is actually really rough for him. Because Brewmaster is actually really strong in terms of like just zoning people out as a support. Like look how much damage he does.
Yeah.
He just does so much damage. He has 2 armor, but he's very durable and because he has evasion and he trades very well because of the crit. So.
Looking for, he doesn't have a bash. He actually took Time Dilation. Kind of a cool play with the sticky napalm being there for Moon. Looks like Flea is going to head over, pick up a bounty rune for himself, and then maybe come back mid afterwards. Get track out of mana.
Illusion.
Needs to be a little bit careful there. Illusion rune for Aoi. He's going to head back bottom. So as Moon Meander might actually go down. They're not going to be able to get him. Where's the kill potential that I need to be watching out for? Who do you think is going to be coming up with first blood?
I think the bottom lane is probably going to be where first blood is. I think at some point Stan is probably going to get caught out and die to the Batrider. It's like really difficult to survive in this lane against the Brew Batrider. If you get caught at all, it's just like game over for you. And he has no TP in his inventory, so he can't TP out.
Yeah, he has nothing in his inventory. Thinking not loving that one for sure. We did have looks like not quite a stack there on the Ancients, but they are trying to get it built up a little bit. Do you think we're going to see Battle Fury Jug again out of Ritsu?
Yeah, I think that's going to be the
Hero
case.
claims that once we make history.
Like, he doesn't need to buy the items to fight early. Ryle can do that, so he should just focus on farming and carrying in the late game.
Aoi, it's gone on a little bit, but they're able to stop the pressure with Moon Meander coming in. And a good bit of damage here as well with the Firefly, but now it's worn off. Doesn't have to worry too much, and it looks like Flea is going to try and pull the creep wave again as Monkeys Forever is being zoned out of the lane, basically. But spin onto the puck in the mid. He's going to try and go for the kill. Takes down Kitrak. Is able to jaunt away. He's going to just TP back home. Blood by the puck.
That is definitely not where I expected first blood to happen, but it did anyways. This mid lane not going so well for Animal Planet.
Yeah, I mean, Jug's still getting great CS, but hate to have to lose a hero like that.
Top lane, Bryle gonna zap that damage.
Thinking takes a couple more hits. They're not going to be able to get that kill, though, and they do bring in Kitrak. There's a chance that something could happen here, possibly, as the courier walks by. That ward just outside of sentry range, and Aui's going to fully commit to that one. They managed to find the kill, and he is going to get caught here for a moment by VSJ. Still no points in Bash, though, so there isn't a chance for a kill.
Yeah, this is definitely the right build, though. If you're up against the Bad Rider, this is basically how you stay alive. If for some reason he still catches up to you after you time walk, you just time dilation and you can make it out.
Uh-oh, Puck does not have any more points right now, or rather, he doesn't have a orb. The chase is going on, but they're not going to be able to fully commit for it.
So despite what I said about that DK Razor matchup, Monkeys is on par with his Razor. I guess getting your damage zap doesn't really matter when you have so much regen and armor, and he's just farming with the Breathe Fire. Really well done by Monkeys.
Meanwhile, down here in the bottom lane, it just feels like pretty much everybody is farming really well this game. Haven't been that many kills, haven't been that many rotations. There is a Shackles now onto this DK, and with the damage stolen, I don't know if they're going to be able to get him.
There's just not enough. Yeah, Ritsu doesn't have boots, so you can't exactly go for the spin. He's just going to walk out of range. Monkey's being very annoying, removes Kitrak's clarity.
Kick away there by Flea, and now the chance for a kill onto Moon as he is going to be ran down and maybe going to be able to find Aoi as well. Walking over here. Doesn't look like it. Roll, maybe?
Oh, regen on Stan.
Okay, this could maybe work. They're slowing him down, and ESJ coming in. Has already used time dilation, though, looking for a bash. Finds it there, and a double kill for BSJ.
Wow. Level 1 bash. That's very, very lucky or unfortunate, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah. Well, Moon now gonna force out a cold feet from that ancient apparition and just farm up a little bit of the jungle here. Monkey's gonna be able to walk away in the top lane. There's no chance for a kill there. Unless Kitrak can get really lucky with the Shackles, and they're going to start to go for the spin, trying to bring him down. All right. Spoke too soon. They get the kill.
Yeah, that was a TP from Relia as well. And they did the TP, so this puck can't actually help any other lane if things go south.
He's used an orb. No level 6 yet on Moon, though. The rotation's coming. Ritsu has Omni. He's going for this. The silence is there. It's not quite in time, though. And Flea in trouble, trying to roll, does manage to get out of there for the moment. Aui's still chasing. Finds him in the trees. Oh, God, it's all going down. VGJ.Storm, they pull in. Okay, maybe a chance. Oh, the Shackles, though, inside of it. They break it, though. Trying to take him down. He's still got the healing word working. The turnaround with the Omni Slash, almost killing him, and they do get that kill. Chrono down. Oh, that's not what you wanted. It is 5 heroes here for the Radiant team, but well worth it getting that kill.
Yeah, this is definitely worth it. They have a lot of heroes up here, but so do the Radiant, and they're going to get a tier 1 out of this. So a great trade for Animal Planet here. That was really unfortunate, but so close at the same time.
A really good play by Kitrak as well. Not getting caught in the chrono, and then afterwards able to get the Shackles onto the Void.
Yeah, definitely. Right now, Stan just really, really needs to focus on getting his 6. Like, you drafted the Void for this purpose. Make sure you get your 6 as early as possible so that you can start comboing up with the Chronosphere.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, that's how you propel your Void forward, because he's going to be going for, like, not a very, like, farm-oriented build. He's going to go for the Lincoln, so you definitely have to find him kills, otherwise VSJ is not going to have the farm he needs to carry late game, especially with like how much they put into this Void.
Well, battling it out right now with Ritsu to see who backs off first. Another jump forward. Ritsu's still one to stand. He spins. Oh.
Why did he jump forward?
Oh no. Oh no.
That was way too cocky. There's no reason he needed to jump forward, because you're not going to accomplish anything by jumping forward. Like, you're not going to kill him. He's still at 400 health. You're not going to bash him like 5 times in a row, right?
All right. I don't know what to say after that. I don't know.
Don't try that at home.
Don't try that at home.
Yeah, I mean, like, they drafted a Void, right? This Void is their hard carry. You should not be making aggressive plays like that, especially when there's like nothing to gain from it.
Yeah.
Just focus on farming.
Bottom lane. Gank is coming for Monkeys Forever. Ritsu is there. He's got Omni Slash. If they want to use it, they don't even need to. They can just go for the straight up spin. And that should be enough to kill off the Dragon Knight as too far out away from his tower and 4 heroes rotate, get the kill.
This is a really good rotation because, like, even though there's 4 heroes here, it's the same as top lane. They're gonna start pressuring this bottom tier 1, and since they're all gathered here, it's really difficult for VGJ to reinforce this tower.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Well, you said that they need the 6 on the Ancient Apparition. They have it now. They also have the Earth Spirit with VGJ, so they're going to walk forward looking for the Ice Blast. Jump forward, Chrono connects on it too.
Chrono.
This is pretty good if they can combo it together perfectly. The stun to follow is beautiful. They make it work. Double kill for the puck.
That was a perfect combo from VGJ. That's exactly what they need. This is what the draft is meant to do, and they're getting it started.
Definitely. And they take the tower to boot. Mid lane, bottom lane, they're thinking about going here on the Monkeys Forever. Have vision, and actually, no, they don't have vision. Ritsu is looking off the other direction. Silence now onto Brew. And turn this back around. Ice Blast gonna follow yet again. He pops his ultimate, doesn't go down. Just barely making it work. And now they got him caught behind enemy lines. Ritsu looking for that Omni Slash. He can't get in range though because of the pathing and the trees that are in the area. Monkeys Forever going to fall nonetheless. And now they also catch onto the puck. Omni Slash is there onto 2 of them. They take them both down, but still a lot of damage out there. BSJ trying to clean up onto Moon Meander. Is going to have to jump away after the fact, and now they've got the Shackles as well, looking for a bash to break that Shackles. They get a kill nonetheless, and it's going to be a jaunt away yet again.
Oh, BSJ, he's out of mana.
Jumps one more time, still trying to run. He doesn't have anywhere left to go. This guy is dead, and another kill going their direction for Animal Planet.
The game is pretty much dead even still. You know, despite the last few fights going pretty well for Animal Planet, VGJ keeping it relatively close. It's just like a 600 gold lead.
It feels like Stan King definitely needs to keep making this stuff happen with his team. Get those ulti outs at the right time and find kills with it. Because otherwise, their damage is still kind of lacking. Earth Spirit still doesn't have 6 either.
Yeah, the damage is pretty much going to come out of the Ancient Apparition Blast as well as the Puck Burst. That's pretty much the extent of their damage. Maybe a Breathe Fire, but that's quite a lot to commit. That means like all the heroes have to be here.
Yeah.
Ryle is going to be going for a Hooded Defiance first. I actually really like this. Majority of the damage is magic damage right now, so Chronosphere is ready. See if they're able to set this up again. SJ in position.
Chrono
Goes
onto
for
2.
it.
Ice Blast is going to connect onto both of them as well. They have the follow-up stun. Monkeys Forever is going to be able to catch him. So that's another 2 heroes brought down low. And in the meantime, they do end up losing that puck. Magnetized. He got level 6 off finding those kills. Reapplies it there with another stone. Should be able to get another round of it. And has this kick to follow. Not quite there. Looking for the next catch, but Moon is going to be able to escape. So 2-for-1 exchange. Maybe he doesn't escape, actually.
Yeah,
Land break.
Don't
Pushing him back.
know. Oh, he has 1.
The negative earn. What was that kick? Where did that kick go? Ritsu
Not
found
sure,
a
but I think he
kill.
got him anyways. He's going to die.
Yeah.
All right, Stan went down, but, you know, whatever. I was watching the more entertaining chase. Oh, Kitrak going to get picked off here.
Void gets that kill.
We all owe a life.
All right.
I take yours.
14 minutes in, 11-10. A lot of action in this one so far as it's gone back and forth. Do you feel like this pace, even placement across the 2 teams, is favoring one side over the other? Like, is there a lineup that is kind of more comfortable right now?
No, I think it's pretty even. I think they're both Like, as long as the net worth is even, like, both sides are, it really comes down to the initiation. So I don't think anyone's, like, really excited about their position they're in right now. Both sides are going to be really cautious with how they move forward.
Yeah.
Blink Dagger on Puck now, though. I think he's actually had it for a while, actually. Oh, BSJ. He changed up his build. This is definitely the right move, in
I
my
like
opinion.
that.
Go for the Battle Fury. Yeah, don't go for the Lincolns. Go for Battle Fury.
And then he can actually really start to keep up and farm, because you know that actually
Radiant's
Juggernaut
bottom
didn't go for the
tower is
Battle Fury.
under
He's going Manta instead.
I guess the reason why he's going for Manta is because you really have to respect the Earth Spirit silence. Like, if he gets initiated on, but with the silence, chances are he's going to get caught out by, you know, another silence from Puck, and then he's just going to die. So
They see this Puck moving in. This might be an opportunity to catch him out, and now going to go back. They know where he's going to go to. Flea is there, though. Oh, wait. Jumps back the other direction. Dream Coil now there, onto 2. They're all going to get caught. Is they going to be able to come out? They don't have any follow-up, though. They had TP'd everybody else to the top lane. God, can you imagine a Chronosphere right there on top of those 4? Would have been glorious.
yeah, if that was the case, everyone probably would have died because Flea is in the area.
Yeah.
I really like this itemization from Animal Planet, though. They
Radiant's bottom tower is
don't
under
really feel
attack.
the need to buy damage items on Razor. I think go straight for the pipe, and this is going to help his team out so much in these engagements because
Dire's
all the
top
damage
tower
is
has fallen.
magic.
The 2. They get that stun. They get the time dilation. Omni Slash is there. They're able to turn it off now, and Ice Blast is going to be able to not even hit. The Chronosphere is there on the 2, but do they actually have the damage? They hit on the 4? What? Are you kidding me? I don't know if they have the follow-up, though. At least for 1. Can they find any more, though? Howie to turn it back around, and now they have the split. They've caught out that Earth Spirit. Going to be able to kind of lift up. BSJ trying to run away as 2 heroes are on him. They're going to have the shackles, keeping him in place with the last ounce of mana. His Flea is going to drop. Monkeys Forever also getting ran down here. He's going to get lifted in the air. And with 3 other heroes already dead, it was not meant to be. Monkeys Forever also going to drop. Flame Break misses. That'll happen.
Such a slow lob, and it just didn't. Man, that was like such a good chrono, but no one was ready for it. There's just no follow-up, and the AA ulti was still on cooldown, I believe, because he used it earlier. So
He had just used it,
Radiant's
yeah.
bottom tower is
yeah,
under attack.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, he just used it on the Juggernaut, and the thing is, it didn't even hit the Juggernaut. So the Juggernaut took so long to kill that.
Right.
That's all they got out of the Chronosphere.
Really unfortunate. Now, 12 to 15. A 2,000 gold lead right now for Animal Planet. It doesn't feel insurmountable at all, though. I feel like this game, you are always going to be able to catch back up. Like, Chronosphere into Ice Blast, dead, no matter what, almost.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that.
I guess the
But,
pipe makes it a little bit scarier.
The thing is though, like while that is the case, it's so reliant on this Chronosphere that when if Animal Planet like gets more mobility items, it's not going to be the same type of game. Like Kitrak already has his Blink Dagger, Brewmaster has his Blink Dagger, Bad Rider has his Blink Dagger. I don't think you're going to see another 4-man Chrono anytime soon, or if at all.
Yeah, that's the hard part about these heroes. Maybe if you set it up with like a coil first, because that can be like an instant initiation, but yeah, it's nothing's gonna come easy. Smoke up with 4. Chronosphere back off cooldown in 5 seconds as the call comes to move into the jungle, and they will find Bryle here. Maybe even Owie if he sticks around for a bit too long. Stinky spots him. There's gonna be
I don't
the
think you
slow.
want to go on
There's
this.
the chrono. Is that enough? He still has the pipe. He's gonna die, but they used a lot. Great silence there. Maybe a turnaround though. The Zombie Slash pulls him back into the rest of his team, and the chase is gonna continue. They have the wards off to the side here, but the Bug is able to get out, and now the Shadow Amulet to try and stay alive. They have some damage over time, and they will actually find the kill. But a 1-for-1 exchange isn't great for that chrono.
I think that's actually like the best they could ask for. Like honestly, I don't think they should have went for it.
Right.
But considering that they only lost the DK for it, then they should be happy with what they got, because that was like a really, really deep position to be in, and you're jumping a Razor of all people too. So, like, you saw how much they had to commit. They finally get the Razor kill, but that gave Animal Planet so much time to kind of like respond. If it wasn't for Flea's silence there to stop the pandas, to stop the panda clap, like that was probably going to be at least like 2 or 3 heroes dead instead of just 1.
Right. Oh, and they did see that the puck was there, not able to catch up to him though, and well, now mid. We're 20 minutes into this game, and looking like it's starting to tilt further and further into Animal Planet's favor. I guess that could also change is like in one team fight though. Any thoughts towards Roche for either team?
I mean, Animal Planet probably has the best or the better rushing lineup, but I don't really see either side going for it anytime soon, unless for some reason Animal Planet just team wiped them and the lanes aren't pushed in. Then we'll probably see a Roshan.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So VGJ is going to go for the Shadow Blade after the Battle Fury. I'm not too sure about this. This feels a little greedy in my opinion. He's going to be very vulnerable if he gets caught out at all.
Puck is going to try and cut creep waves continuously here.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Mid lane, the tower goes down. Bottom lane, the pressure is going to start to mount. They drop wards. There's the jump forward, and they find themselves the Hex on the Monkeys. Not able to find anything from it. VSJ gets caught for a moment with the shackles, but they take it off and decide to back out. But that tower coming close to dead here with the wards down, and well, they still have that Chronosphere if they want to go for it, but the tier 3 is dead, and now they pull it back in. They're going to try and turn it down. They find that kill. The basis point is dead. He's a buyback. They're all living through this. It looks like they might be able to take down Monkeys forever as well. Do any other of these heroes have buyback? Radiant is dropping. They do end up losing the Razor, but this is the lane of Rax.
Is under attack.
Oh man, this is why the Battle Fury.
Oh god, onto one, finding themselves the second. 4 are dead now in VGJ.Storm, just left trying to figure out what the hell just happened.
And yeah, this is why it's like really greedy to go Battle Fury into Shadow Blade. Like, he has no business to be that far up against a Shadow Shaman and a Bad Rider. You cannot be that far up as a Void with no defensive items. And the thing is, there's no defensive supports or cores or anything. Like, there's nothing to save you if you get caught out. And for a draft that's so like built around a Chronosphere, that's a very game-losing position to be in.
Well, it's still not over any stretch of the imagination, but it is feeling rather rough. And I don't know. The other thing is like not building that Battle Fury and Ritsu. They've kind of itemized themselves to try and take advantage of this. It's feeling exactly the same as the other 2 games. It's Animal Planet putting on the pressure and VGJ.Storm just trying to hold off the aggression.
And another very desperate smoke. They definitely know what's going on. I think they smoked underneath the ward as well. So yeah, this is looking really bad. Do they have a smoke? If they have a smoke here, this might be just it.
Behold!
Dire are scanning.
Shadowblade Juggernaut. They hit on the scan.
Radiant are
Gonna send out just the one Jug Illusion.
They quickly realize what's happening and they call to back out.
They're still standing here on the high ground. I mean, it's still great AoE that's coming from VGJ.Storm. Get tracks there. And they realize that this is not the way to fight this. Maybe
they still have 2 more
like,
smokes.
Maybe thinking about like a gem or something on VGJ.Storm.
I don't know if you're in a position to buy a gem. It's so all in.
Yeah, they're gonna save Omni Slash and just blow him up. Maybe now directly into Roshan. 6,000 net worth lead about to be extended. As wards are dropped for it. Now, do we see VGJ.Storm come and contest? They've got to know that this is happening, and they do have buyback right now on the Ancient Apparition.
Yeah, I think they have to. They
Buyback.
probably feel like if they don't, then the game is just over.
Yeah. They're not wrong. There's a Blink Dagger on Flea also. You know, as much as we talked about the Void, the DK is also... It feels like he hasn't been able to accomplish that much. Like, DK played out of the off lane. What is this guy supposed to be doing?
He's supposed to be acting as like a secondary core. Maybe not like a secondary, but he's like a second carry because the puck isn't going to do so.
Oh, VSJ, he jumps away. They pull him back in, though, and now he doesn't have any way to get out of there. You get a really nice stun out there from Flea. Still hexed and brought down. No defense, no way to get out of there. They slow him down. Monkeys Forever in trouble yet again, as they're going to be able to bring down this DK. Burned to death. Now they've also got eyes onto Flea. They should be able to get the lift up onto him. So if you want to chase this out, there's a chance. They're just going to leave it. Back to
That's
Roshan.
gonna be. They're going to go back to Roshan now.
The puck realizing he needs to try and keep this creep wave from getting towards the mid. You do have Shadow Shaman here. The Blink Dagger might be a bit too hard to find him.
I think you might be right. Maybe they should just buy a gem and try to take a fight where they actually have the vision advantage, because Faceless Void, he has a Shadow Blade, but he can't actually put it to use. He just gets caught out, and we haven't seen a Chronosphere since, what, 20 minutes? Like 6 minutes ago?
Yeah, it's been a while. And that's so integral for their draft. I feel like the other way that you might try and play it is like have Flea
Radiant's
jump
top
in there
shrine is under
and
attack.
try and, like, you know, create chaos in the fight. But if he jumps in, he just gets hexed immediately and then blown up. So it almost doesn't even matter.
I don't think you can make a play like that, though.
Top shrine has fallen.
If Flea tries something like that, then
Radiant's top
like
tower
who's he
is
gonna
under
jump,
attack.
right? If it's a Razor, he's gonna die. If it's the Jug, he's gonna Manta spin, and then they get counter initiated on. So it really just comes down to a good Chronosphere.
Yeah.
It's like an incredibly tall order, but that's what their options are.
Bottom lane's going to be pressured in by these illusions. Meanwhile, the rest of Animal Planet is backing up to make sure that they don't get caught. Looks like we've also got...
Oh, Flea, he's gonna get caught out. He's just standing up there.
Yeah, no way to get out of that one.
No buyback. Time to see the pressure on the mid lane.
Radiant's
And
middle tower is under
Animal
attack.
Planet looking to just try and put the hurt to him, and like there's no threat really of split push at all. Sure, this tower is down to about half HP, but that just means that they know there isn't a Chronosphere to watch out for. Like, they're perfectly fine with this, and they're going to be able to go in, and if he tries to TP away, they find the Hex, they're going to have the Shackles, they jump forward for more. This is a huge problem. This VSJ is going to be out of this fight for the foreseeable future, and he almost just soloed the Faceless Void. Kittrack doing work here.
I mean, his job was done. He's just preventing him from going back, so there's no Chronosphere, like you said. That's another melee racks down at no cost.
Wow. Well, Jug has the Diffusal Blade now. Trying to find signs of life at this point. The team
Well,
beat
Animal
VGJ.
Planet are just kind of like going all in to end this game. BKB on the Panda, PKP on the Razor. They do not care about magic damage.
They bought a gem.
Magic damage is
also,
all they
Shadow
have.
Shaman, and they've got the they've got it handed over to the Bat Rider now. All right, top lane. The Elaborate Fate. They're all grouped up here in the woods. They've got a ward down. It is within range of a sentry ward that just now expires, so they aren't going to take it down. They realize that there's a ward there, though. Now pings. They've got to go for something big here. Sending out the Jug Illusion. Oh god, don't do it. There's no way.
They
right?
know. They know.
Instead, it's going to be a wraparound coming from Ritsu, who's invis. He spots everybody. Omni Slash is immediately monkeys forever right off the bat. Now going to spin, daring them to come after him. Another orb going forward. VSJ looking for the opening. He finds the chrono onto 3. It's pretty freaking good. Can they get the ice blast down? He doesn't have mana. They don't have mana for the ice blast. What? Oh no, and now they pull back in. That's going to be the Earth Spirit brought down. They take him down.
Are under attack.
Ritsu with the Diffusal Blade reveal. What a freaking player. And now they've got the puck also. When it rains, it pours. Said it before, saying it again, and GG is called.
How does that happen?
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire victory.
Ice Blast is just 150 mana.
It's the Diffusal Blade from Jug, right?
Even then, there's no way you should be at that low of mana.
Yeah.
That you cannot Ice Blast off of a Chronosphere at the beginning of a fight. It's the beginning of a fight. Oh man, that was quite the thrashing.
That was a rough
Animal
one.
Planet. I mean, they shook off the first game, like I told you.
It's true. Yeah, they never really lost the faith, and well, after a really exciting game number 1, it looked like 2, not necessarily stomps, but there was parts of that where it felt like VGJ.Storm were pulling things together, but in the end, they just didn't have enough. Thoughts on the series? Thoughts on Animal Planet and what we're going to be seeing of them going forward? They're playing against Optic, and I believe that game is tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that game's going to be playing tomorrow.
Ooh, that's going to be an interesting one. I think it's kind of hard to say, but right now I feel like Animal Planet's drafting overall just feels to me like their weakest the weakest part of their game. So probably going to have to work on that. I don't know how you practice drafting. Maybe just draft against each other all the time and discuss it. But yeah, I think if they fix that up, there's a lot of talent on the team. They could be the next big thing.
For sure. Also, keep in mind, everybody, that it's going to be after that one, Immortals versus Complexity, which are the other 2 teams on the other side of the bracket. Another really great matchup. We saw Immortals today with their new player, MSS. He looked pretty freaking solid with them. What'd you think about that? And we didn't get to see Complexity, but we've seen them before at other tournaments.
I think we're going to have to wait and see a little more from them first. But, I mean, I definitely like the pickup. I can understand the pickup, and I really like the team, so I hope it works out for them.
All right, well, tomorrow it's all going down. Owie playing up against PPD, the rematch. It's a grudge match, you could say, as the NA qualifier is getting spicy here on the second day that's soon to happen for the StarLadder. A ton of other qualifiers all over North American region. Be sure to keep your eyes up for it. It's just the opens that are beginning, I think, for like ESL and PGL and all those other ones. But the real action is going to take place tomorrow. Optic versus Animal Planet. That's going to be at 2 p.m. Pacific time, followed immediately by Immortals versus Complexity. Takes place at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So stay tuned. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure casting for y'all. If you want, you can give us a follow at Lyrical Dota and at Aosin Dota. We'd really appreciate it. But of course, keep on following Dota StarLadder or Dota SLTV and at Beyond the Summit also. That's going to do it for us. Hope that you guys had a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow for more Dota 2 action.